I'm telling you from the very beginning that how it has emerged and how we have come out to some extent. It's not that entirely. If you recall last year, March it has started. And 23rd of March, we took the decision that we will start operating from home. So it was a really, really tough call for us because we are used to, and the team, marketing team particularly, they are used to be in the marketplace, meeting with the intermediaries, going to meet with the customers. So all of a sudden, we have given the instructions that you have to do the business, but without going to the market. It was a very tough call for all of us. But I can say that this was one good learning for all of us, that how we can do this kind of business, which we are used to be in the marketplace, how we can be in touch with the intermediaries as well as with the customers remotely. So people have started working from home, and touch wood that it has gone very well, because most of the people are used to either to work on the laptops or the tab, or even at the junior level who are not able to afford for the tab or the laptops. So they have started working on the smartphone. So this was all learning for all of us. And that is how we will be in touch with the customers as well as the intermediaries. And prior to this COVID, we have developed the mobile applications so that the mobile can take care of issuing the policy, doing the pre-inspection part. So that has helped a lot of us. And that is how starting 2-3 months was really very tough for us. But after May and June, we have started
That's
recovering.
2020, right? 2020.
Yeah, right. Right. And after that, some relaxation has come again. People have started going. We have also, with 1/3 of strength, we have started operating from the branch level also, as well as the head office. But again, the second wave, as you said, the second wave has again given the bad impact on the economy as well as on our business also, because our business is directly related with the moving economy. Because if you see the portfolio of Shriram General Insurance, it is 95% motor.
Okay.
Typically in general insurance, 60-70% is the motor and rest is the non-motor business.
Yes.
But we say that we are more into the motor business.
Okay.
People are scared that those who are in the industry that motor business is not that much profitable, but somehow we are able to manage this portfolio very well.
Okay.
And we have made good profit also in last 2, 3, 4 years.
Okay. So has this been an intentional strategy to focus on motor insurance in a big way, or do you see this kind of changing over a period of years? Health insurance is something that has been in, there's been a lot of awareness after the pandemic. So do you expect this to continue?
Two things that, one is that after this de-tariffing, the rate of the non-motor business particularly, that has gone down at the bottom.
Okay.
And most of the insurance companies have started giving a huge discount. And we believe that on such kind of price, it is difficult for any insurance company to sustain and to give the better service to the customer. So we thought that for time being, we should not get into that.
Okay.
So last year, IIB has revised the price of the, particularly for the fire business, where it is basically you can do it on the burning cost with your expense plus your expenses, right? So we have also started improving our portfolio, but typically, primarily, if you see that our portfolio is loop-sided towards the motor. Okay. And in motor, there are two parts. One is the on-damage part, and second is the third party. So people are basically not very much having the expertise how to handle this third-party claims, and that we have developed over a year of time, and we have done it very well, and our customers are also very happy with that, and that is how this portfolio has gone up and given us the profit also.
So how has the pandemic impacted the motor insurance portfolio for you? There has been a period during lockdown where, I think in terms of growth, has there been an impact, and in terms of profitability as well, because there would be less claims in this period, right?
Sure. In fact, if you see the motor insurance business, particularly in the commercial vehicles, in the initial stage when it was completely locked down, during that time, the vehicle was not plying on the roads, and particularly the commercial vehicles where they are not making money, they are not earning. So hence it was very difficult for the small time businessman, those who are having to pay the insurance premium. And if you see the three-wheelers particularly, it was badly affected because in that case, the three-wheeler was not flying on the roads. They have no other source of income. So it was very difficult for them to pay the insurance premium because it was the first priority for them was to survive and to make sure that their family should be well off. So these particularly few segments of the commercial vehicles, three-wheelers, light commercial vehicles, heavy commercial vehicles get badly affected. And we have a big portfolio of that kind of vehicles. So initially it was given us a big dent on our premium also, the business also. That is how, if you see the last year, as you said, last year we have not grown up and it was the negative growth of 13%.
Okay.
So this was the impact of this COVID on our business. And as far as the profitability is concerned, because we were number 3 in terms of profitability. So prior to this COVID, the profit before tax was 1,001 crores. And this is a very good profit for the industry. If you say, consider the industry vision that, but this year definitely we have somehow managed, but the profit before tax was 770 crores only.
Third party is a business that most general insurance companies have really struggled with. If you look at the loss ratios, and there was the pool, and there was a dismantling of the pool, and how have you seen the business evolve for Shriram General? As you said, that's your focus area. So what have you done differently to manage this business?
There are two things that first is the most important thing is the pricing of the product. Okay. So we are not very much desperate to take the business at any cost. Okay. So we are very much conscious about it. And we have touched the business in-house also available, the Shriram Transport Finance Company Limited and Shriram City Union Financing. So we have the synergy between us. So that kind of business which is coming at very reasonable price and where we are giving a lot of facility to the customer of Shriram Transport Finance so that we are settling the claims very fast. We are not asking unnecessary questions. So the customers are also happy and somehow we are able to manage that kind of portfolio where the loss ratio can be managed easily. And because the customer is known to the group, so he has taken the loan from the Shriram Transport, for example, I'm giving. So there was one screening has already done about the customer profiling. The second is done by us. So the customer is good. So there is basically no pilferage of any kind of malpractice. So this was one advantage for us. And we are not very much desperate because a good amount of business is coming from the group companies. So that is how we are able to manage with the right price. And any business, I believe that it is not only the general insurance. If you are doing the business with the right kind of pricing, then definitely you will make margin. And if you are making money, then you can serve your customer in a better way. Because if you are in loss, then it is difficult to serve the customer with open hands.
In terms of tariff, third party is a business where the tariff is regulated and declared by the regulator. There has been a petition. I mean, I think the council wanted a rate increase. How difficult is it to manage in a tariff kind of environment? And does the industry need a rate increase this fiscal year?
If you see that tariff means it is applicable for everyone. So it is not only for the SGI, it is applied for all. If you see that typically that in the industry, prior to this COVID also, last year there was no increase in the third party premium because most of the companies have shown that the loss ratio is manageable and reasonable. So it has not been recommended from the IRDA side to improve this premium. And because most of the insurance companies are below 100. So that is how there is no increase has come. So if you can manage your third party loss ratio less than 100, then your portfolio, overall portfolio will behave very well. And that is how the industry, you can say that growing in the motor business also. And particularly those who are very well in managing the third party premium portfolio can make some money also.
So what are your combined ratio and loss ratios in this line of business? That will be most of your business.
If you see the total loss ratio, that because we have made underwriting profit also prior to, except this year. So 2 years we have made underwriting profit. So when you are making the underwriting profit is less than 100.
Okay.
So definitely the investment income is also major factor for the insurance companies. And most of the insurance companies are making the profit on the investment. Okay. But this time it is really very difficult to have some underwriting profit.
Also, health insurance, is that something that you'll do is that something that you'll also offer to the customer who is taking motor insurance?
No, we are not into the health insurance.
Okay.
So we are planning to get into that. I think that it will take 1 or 2 years more.
Okay. 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 In terms of servicing, in the digital mode, in terms of claim servicing, has there been a challenge, for you to suddenly shift to the digital way of servicing and servicing claims? And how has the journey been?
Yeah, it is really very difficult because traditionally what is happening that the surveyor is going and then do the survey, and 2 or 3 times he used to visit to the garages to see the progress of the how the vehicle is getting maintained. But during this period, we have given some relaxation to the surveyor also. So what is happening that the entire our claim department is centralized, sitting at Jaipur office. Okay. So we have asked the surveyors to make a small video and send it to us. And on the basis of that, you do the assessment. If some correction is required, we'll suggest to you, and then mutually we'll take a call. So this is how we have managed it.
Okay. Okay. Some companies have also started for smaller claims where, a self-inspection of claims is something that some companies have started doing. Is that something that is that something that y'all are doing? And is this something that can be a big thing in motor insurance?
Yeah, we are already doing it. In fact, prior to COVID, we have already started. And depending upon the type of vehicles, suppose if it is 2-wheelers, up to certain amounts, the customer can take the 360-degree of the photographs and the video and send it to us. On the basis of that, we do a discussion. We have a discussion on that, the amount. If customer agrees on that, then we settle the claim on the spot itself. And for the same thing for the private car. So basically, these are the 2 things, 2-wheelers and the private cars, where we are doing the spot settlement. In the case of commercial vehicles, and particularly 3-wheelers, then again we are doing the spot settlement. If the claim size is big, then it is difficult because the customer himself is not very much aware that how much the claim amount could be and what could be the total cost for repairing the vehicle. In that case, definitely it is in the phases.
Is there, in terms of strategy and innovations, what are you looking to do in this year and in the future years? Is there something you would like to talk about?
There are few things which we are already started. One is particularly the non-motor business. If you see that in non-motor, the small ticket size and the small businessmen are very much neglected, and they are not very much aware about it. For example, I'm giving you that if you do a survey of the shopkeepers, you will find that 80-90% shops are uninsured. However, it is their bread and butter, but due to lack of awareness and negligence, you can say that it is uninsured. And insurance companies also not, most of the insurance companies are not focusing because the premium size is very small and the effort is very large. But we have taken a decision that because we are looking for the lower strata to be covered under the insurance. So we are selling very aggressively to the shopkeepers.
Okay.
In the case of any kind of casualty, at least they will survive and they can take care of their family in future.
So which insurance is this that you that they
Shopkeeper, it is called shopkeeper policy.
Okay. Okay.
And with that, we are also have started that is called FLOP, fire loss of profit.
Okay.
So suppose if fire take place, in that case, if you see, it takes 3 to 4 months to come to the same position. In that case, there is no earning. So we take that how much is your average earning. So depending upon the policy, 3 to 6 months. We also give the same kind of amount so that he can survive with it and he can take care of his family also. So that is loss of profit policy, which is basically and typically for the bigger industries, and shopkeepers are not aware. So this policy also we are trying to sell to those shopkeepers where they can survive in the case of any kind of casualty. And this is very important, not for the business point of view, but for the society also.
Okay. In terms of growth and profitability, what is your outlook for this financial year for Shriram General Insurance?
This financial year is tough. So we are not looking for growth. If we'll manage somehow to the same extent, we'll be happy.
Okay.
As far as the profit is concerned, it is too early to say because just we have completed the first quarter. We'll definitely make some profit, but profit will definitely get a dip on that also.
Okay. Okay. So in terms of, do you have a target for non-motor, to reduce motor and to kind of focus on other segments? Is there a target that you all have?
Yeah. So as I told you, that 95% is the motor and 5% is the non-motor. This year we are trying to make this 5 to 10%. Okay. Because we are very aggressively getting into the retail non-motor business. And after this IAB rate also, we are in dialogue with many big industries also, where we can take, or we can at least participate. If we will not take the entire bunch, at least we will be part of that also.
I think I'm done with my questions. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
There is nothing much during this COVID, but definitely one thing which is very important that I would give this message that for the customer as well as for the employees also, that every company should take care of their employees during this period. So during this period, we have not asked any employee to get out from the system due to the performance, because we know that this is a very tough time for them. So we have supported a lot to our employees to be careful about your family and take care of yourself and your family, and as well as you talk to your customers remotely as much as possible and unnecessarily not to be in the marketplace. So that is one thing which is very important, and that kind of comfort should be given by the management to the employees, because this is a really very tough time for the employees also.
That's it. Thank you so much, sir, for your time.
Thanks. Thank you.